Hey buddy, it's 54 New Star with another tank review in War Thunder Round Forces. This time it's the German suits. I've no idea, I'm not going to pronounce it. The closest thing I know is STUG, but it's not exactly in the STUG area. That's well, that's a STUG. It's the STUG. It's just that's the YAG Panzer. So YAG Panther. So basically, this tree line and that tree line are supposed to be similar. So it's YAG Panzer. It's a STUG. Basically, this is the STUG that you see in World of Tanks. So as you can see, I put the famous 54 on it. The armament. And let's go to the... By the way, I fully maxed out my little Panzer 2C tank. Not bad tank. Hard time pinning everything though. But I really like this, the STUG in the test server. Doing modifications, I can do 75mm APBC shells, basically armor piercing ballistic capped shell, and then I can also do 75mm HE round, and then they have a high grade explosive round, I believe. Yeah, heat shell. One very good thing about War Thunder is that there's no premium ammo. You can use whatever shells. It's just the fact that you probably don't want to use premium shells a lot, because sometimes premium shells will not pin, and it's the regular heat shells that do the work. Yeah, but in this case, heat shells would last a little bit. That says 81mm, and then it's 43mm. Still, in World of Tanks, when you're driving around, and this is reserve, that's tier 1. This is reserve tank. This only has the only good thing. Okay, this thing when angled, because most when you're shooting, and because the ground is very hilly, they'll aim at the when you're looking at this angled. You'll see this tank is very angled somewhat. Even shooting in the viewing area, it's very hard to actually penetrate this tank from the front. If they load heat, they'll just damage your track. They won't destroy it. If you give them the side, then they will basically do a whole bunch of damage. But when this tank is angled, either like that, except you don't want to angle like this due to the fact that they will pin that viewing area right there. If you angle it like this, then you'll bounce a whole lot. But when you're firing a 75mm gun, that can... Let's go back to modifications. That shell at 10 meters can pin 45mm of armor, which means basically your little Panzer 3 or Panzer 2C is destroyed. And the heat shield is just, 3 times that amount, almost 3 times the amount. At 10 meters, it's 81mm of penetration. You'll basically blow up a tank. You'll destroy a tank. So, it's still very well armored. Hull armor, 50 up front, 30 in the side, 30 in the back. So, your little Panzer 2s, let's pull up his gun. Maxed out all the ammo. It's 45, 31. I'm going for okay, that's 50 at 10mm at 10 meters. 31. It's high explosive. It's armor piercing incendiary tracer shells. 31. So you probably want to pack these guys. High explosive incendiary. Okay, you wanna... Yeah. Because, dang. This tank, and this is both very mobile. Let's check their speeds. Max speed's 44, and that's on that tank. This speed, maximum speed 43, so it's still very mobile, very fast. Let's see how we do. Basically stock, because I am basically just stock. In a battle. Oh yeah, your weak point. This viewing area right here. That's your weak point. Otherwise, excuse me, your armor basically protects you. Let's see how we do in a battle. But you'll just be one-shotting, or heavily. I mean, we're talking like heavily wounding to the near point of destruction a tank. So they'll be totally almost out of the battle. I mean, there's a point to where, oh, your track's out, you gotta wait 15 seconds. You're still sweating during this 15 seconds. Or your radiator's out, that's, what, 30 seconds. I mean, you gotta wait. But when your track's out, your radiator's out, your horizontal gun drive is out, I mean, you're there for like a minute and a half, and you're just freaking out that, you know, somebody is just gonna finish you off. And this is that type of tank. I mean, the reload speed, I didn't check the reload speed, but from what I remember on the test servers, that this thing kind of reloads pretty good. Reloading rate 4.3 seconds. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty fast. I mean, it's not like your pans are to see. Yeah, you got a clip, but you still have to wait for that clip to reload. Yeah, it seems like we might be waiting here. I'm gonna do some little editing magic. Hey buddy, it's 54 New Star, and we're finally in a game. Had to wait a while. We're gonna try the STUG. So we got our 75mm HEs and our 75mm armor piercing ballistic capped. So we're gonna go straight in. I'm gonna do a random point. Let's see where we end up. And we end up on the better side of the map. Yeah, okay, I got it. You want me to move? Again, very mobile tank. Once you... Okay, some of these tracks are floating in the sky. In a glitch. Some of these decide to fly. So, turning is it seems slow, but it's actually better. More control. People expect the game to work perfectly, and for the most part it actually does. It's still an alpha beta though. So we get finalizing the touches. Okay, we're moving in base. Actually, well, the fire there. Shot on an enemy tank. And closer. Stay among the rocks for protection. I think there are some friendly tanks about. I do have some minimal protection. where are these enemy tanks? Oh, there's one. Will do. Can I rotate? Okay, now that was epic. I guess somebody right there too. And the reload. Yeah, there we go. Destroyed. Again, I allowed myself to get overwhelmed. Target undamaged, and you can hit where these rocks are and stop showing them so much of my weak spots. Target undamaged. Oh yeah, no, that was just me rushing in. Let's play it strategically. You probably have to. You don't have to fear these guys so much. One moment. You guys are complaining. And again, you know, you have a huge amount of players deciding just to jump into the game. I can understand you wanting it to work perfectly, but that ideal, you know, that wanting does not work like that. Being, you know, a game developer myself, on a minimal scale, you just can't demand and expect it. There are just so many variables you can account for. What am I doing? Hello. Dang it, you popped my... T50 got me. Dang it. They upgraded his gun since last time. Last time it was T50. I didn't get popped. Okay, now we're gonna go into Panzer's Reap. That wasn't so epic, but I'm gonna give you some more gameplay. STUG is great. I kind of even prefer better than World of Tanks. STUG, a bit, just a bit, not that like overkill. Let's see if we can go around C capture point and see how it's going. This thing's fully maxed out, so I can call in artillery. So maybe I can go 172 distance. There's one right over there. It's pretty much surround. These areas are really great defense. They're coming right into our spawn point. They're trying to cap the spawn. Okay, I need to kind of decrease those shells, increase those shells. Increase about 1. Okay, now we're good. Those are the ones with the higher penetration level. So I'm gonna switch them to 2. And then they're like just right outside the spawn point. Not this spawn point, the spawn point. Oh shoot, they're like right there. It grazed off me though, so I don't have to worry about it too much. I have to get out of here. That one grazed right off of me. Not gonna give him another shot. Capture the zone which will last the time I need to get out of here. They're just camping right there. By this STUG, I might have been able to. I mean, angling this dude, you will bounce a lot of higher caliber shells. And same thing for the STUG, except I was kind of going down on the STUG. I was like, so that's. Let's go deal with these guys. Right there. Thank you for showing me your side. Oh yeah. Did I tell you I can...
Roger that. Confirming fire.
One more try. Yeah, T-34 spawn right in front of me. Or not spawn, this spot. I mean, T-34 is a really good tank. These T-28s are actually better in War Thunder than they are in normal tanks. Okay, I can call an arty over there. I'm gonna go away now. This is so worth it.
Return crew is ready.
We need artillery support!
Roger that. Fire.
Excuse me, Mr. T-28, but I need to get over there. Hey, we won! Just by a bit. Oh, come on. Can I get some more kills? It's what I call an artillery support. I mean, you literally, if you have so many tanks, scouting tanks that just call an arty on one point, just the fact of knocking out so many tanks in that area. Okay, say you have 3 enemy tanks that are capping, and you don't want to get any tanks nearby because those are heavily armored, you know, tanks that, you know, can easily penetrate you and kill you and all that stuff. I mean, the STUG used correctly, not exactly how I used it, but used correctly, can kill these guys all day long. They can kill the Panzer IIIs all day long. But if you have 3 to 4 scout tanks calling arty on these guys, they're gonna be tracked. They're gonna have their engine knocked out. They're just gonna be totally messed up. So you call in your medium tanks that don't want to face these guys, and then boom, you've just won a cap or the match. So hopefully guys you enjoyed this. I'm gonna have more STUG gameplay up since what I just showed you wasn't perfect. Still, the STUG is a very good tank firing that 75mm shell, and the heat shell just knocks out tanks completely. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button and stay around the channel. There's going to be a whole bunch more content coming up soon. Till then, have fun, play your games, and we'll see you around. Bye guys.